Life is short, but many people act like they have forever. Here's the truth. The average person lives about 30,000 days. That's it. Think about it. If you're 30 years old, you've already used up 11,000 days. Gone. Never coming back. We often say, I'll do it someday, but someday is dangerous. It makes you believe you have unlimited time, but you don't. In the next 15 minutes, you'll learn powerful ways to make your time matter, not just managing it, but truly living it. These are not just basic time management tips. These are real truths about how life works. Time can trick your mind, but knowing how it works helps you take control. When you were a kid, summers felt never-ending, and a single day felt really long. But now, years pass by so fast, like just a few months. This isn't just your imagination, it's how your brain works. It's called the time paradox, and here's why it happens. As a kid, everything was new. Your brain was constantly recording fresh experiences, making time feel slow. As an adult, routines take over. Same breakfast, same commute, same TV shows. Your brain stops noticing these moments. They blur into just another day. This is time blindness, and it keeps you stuck in autopilot. How to hack your brain? Take a different route to work. Learn a new skill every month. Talk to strangers. New experiences force your brain to pay attention, making time feel fuller and longer. The biggest time mistake: we overestimate what we can do in a day, but underestimate what we can do in a year. That's why so many people give up on goals too soon. Most people mix up being busy with being productive. They fill their days with tasks that feel important, but don't actually matter. Here's a simple way to see what truly counts. Imagine yourself at 90 years old, looking back on your life. Will you care about working late or skipping time with loved ones? Suddenly, what matters becomes clear. We often say, I'll finish this work first. But while we chase small tasks, the things that really matter, like relationships or personal growth, quietly slip away. Successful people know this secret. Saying no to the wrong things is more powerful than saying yes to everything. Try this. Write down all your goals, then circle just the top 3. Everything else? That's your avoid list. Think of life like planting seeds. Small, daily choices in the right areas like health, family, or learning add up over time. But there's a problem. Distractions like social media, endless chores, or mindless scrolling steal your focus from what's truly important. The answer? Cut out anything that doesn't align with your top priorities. Your time is too valuable to waste on things that don't matter. Think of relationships like bank accounts. Every interaction is either a deposit or withdrawal. A kind word or thoughtful gesture? That's a deposit. Constantly being late or only reaching out when you need something? That's a withdrawal. And just like a real bank account, you can't keep making withdrawals if you haven't made deposits. Many people focus on big, flashy gestures, expensive gifts, or grand celebrations. But the truth is, small daily deposits matter more. A quick check in text, remembering small details, or simply being there during tough times strengthens bonds far more than occasional grand gestures. Here's something surprising. Shared suffering creates stronger connections than shared joy. Going through challenges together builds deeper relationships than just having fun. Don't overlook your weak ties, casual acquaintances, and distant friends. While close relationships provide comfort, these weaker connections often bring new opportunities, fresh ideas, and different perspectives. They help you grow. Finally, if you want to feel like you have more time, try this paradox. Give your time to others. Helping people doesn't drain you, it makes you feel richer in time and purpose. Your best career opportunities aren't where you think, they're just outside your comfort zone. This is the adjacent possible, the sweet spot between what you already know and what you could know. Many people think, I should stay in my lane, but that's exactly how careers stall. Here's a huge mistake. chasing money too early, especially in your 20s and early 30s. Instead, optimize for learning. Every new skill you gain is like a lottery ticket for future opportunities. Money follows knowledge. Forget the career ladder. That's outdated. Modern careers are more like jungle gyms. Move sideways, diagonally, even backwards sometimes. Each step builds a unique mix of skills that makes you irreplaceable. A comfortable job feels safe, but comfort is career quicksand. The longer you stay in a role you've outgrown, the harder it is to leave. Here's a secret. Use productive procrastination. When you're avoiding one task, redirect that energy into learning something new. Often, the projects you procrastinate with reveal your true passions. Health isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Think of it as your performance multiplier. Every part of your life gets better or worse based on your physical and mental state. Ask yourself, would you rather have 8 hours of energized focus or 12 hours of drained exhaustion? Your energy quality matters more than time quantity. That "I'll sleep when I'm dead" mentality? Dead wrong. Sleep isn't downtime, it's upgrade time for your brain. Skimp on it, and your decision-making suffers as much as if you were drunk. That promotion you want? The relationships you value? They all depend on a brain operating at full power. Here's an underrated truth. You're two different people. Morning you makes ambitious plans. Evening you has to execute them. Don't let morning you become an unrealistic tyrant. Design habits that evening you can actually follow. Try this life hack. Micro movements. 10 push-ups while coffee brews, a 3-minute walk every hour, 5 minutes of stretching before bed. These tiny actions compound. Your body evolved to move, not sit all day. Bonus. Physical motion sparks mental clarity. Stuck on a problem? Move your body. The solution often follows. Want to master any skill faster? Teach it to someone else. This teacher effect forces your brain to process information more deeply. You might think, I'm not ready to teach. But that's exactly why you should. Your fresh struggles make you better at explaining concepts than an expert who's forgotten what it's like to learn them. Here's a powerful shortcut. Read biographies. Each one condenses a lifetime of wisdom into just a few hours. Why repeat mistakes when you can learn from those who already made them? Smart learners practice deliberate amateurism, staying strategically bad at some things. This keeps your mind flexible and your ego in check. Trying to be good at everything just makes you mediocre at everything. Don't fear constraints. They're your secret weapon. Limited time, money, or resources? Good. These limitations force you to innovate and focus on what truly matters. The ultimate growth skill? Knowing when to quit. Strategic quitting isn't failure. It's making room for better opportunities. Quickly abandon what doesn't serve your growth and double down on what does. Remember, growth isn't about collecting knowledge, but about developing the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn throughout your life. Your future self will thank you for the skills you build today. Your emotions come with an expiration date. The biochemical reactions behind anger, fear, or frustration last just 90 seconds. After that, you're choosing to stay in that emotional state. While you can't control the initial wave, you have complete power over your continued reaction. This is your secret advantage. Emotional regulation is the career accelerator no one talks about. Technical skills may open doors, but the ability to remain composed under pressure is what gets you promoted. People instinctively trust those who maintain clarity in chaos. Here's the vulnerability paradox. Weakness, hiding your imperfections. Wisdom, strategic vulnerability, revealing the right struggles at the right moments. Winning, people connect with authenticity more than perfection. The conversation cost curve. Avoiding tough talks is like emotional compound interest in reverse. That small issue you're dodging grows heavier each day, while the relief of addressing it compounds over time. Your gratitude bank account. Unexpressed appreciation is like money you can't spend. The more specific gratitude you share, the richer your relationships become. Not thanks, but the way you handled that client call showed incredible patience. It made all the difference. Emotional intelligence isn't about suppressing feelings. It's about directing their energy productively. Master this, and you master your greatest professional and personal advantage. Money isn't just numbers in a bank account. It's the currency for buying your freedom. Here's the harsh truth most miss. Earning more often leaves you with less. As your income rises, so do your expenses. Bigger homes mean more maintenance, luxury cars bring higher insurance, and better neighborhoods come with longer commutes. You might finally afford everything you wanted, but this is the trap of lifestyle inflation. Running faster on the treadmill of life without actually getting ahead. Consider what truly matters. Would you rather earn $100,000 on working 80 hours a week or $70,000 working 30 hours? Your real hourly rate includes all the time, energy, and life you sacrifice for that paycheck. Most people get this backward, spending heavily on possessions that lose value while skimping on experiences that enrich their lives. Smart wealth building means flipping this script. Spend on what appreciates and minimize what depreciates. The ultimate financial skill isn't just earning more, it's creating margin by living below your means. This isn't about restriction. It's about building breathing room for opportunities, emergencies, and the freedom to choose how you spend your most precious resource, which is time. True wealth isn't measured by what you own, but by how much of your life you truly own. Creativity isn't about waiting for inspiration to strike. It's about turning on the faucet and letting the ideas flow. When you first start, bad ideas comes out, and that's exactly what needs to happen. Those bad ideas clear the path for the good ones. If you wait for the perfect idea, you're like someone staring at a tap, hoping the water will run clean without ever turning the handle. Here's the paradox. Creativity thrives under constraints. Give someone unlimited options, and they freeze. Give them limits, and they innovate. Shakespeare didn't write freely. He worked within strict meter and rhyme, and those very restrictions fueled his genius. Most people make the mistake of creating and judging at the same time. It's like driving with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. The solution? Separate the phases. Create first, judge later. Treat your brain like a creativity muscle. It needs to see progress to grow stronger. Document everything you create, even the early, terrible attempts. Those are proof that you're improving. Finally, your greatest creative superpower isn't being the best at any one thing. It's combining skills in a way nobody else does. That unique intersection of your talents and experiences? That's where true originality lives. Time is meaningless without energy. You can't pour from an empty cup. While everyone obsesses over managing their hours, the truly productive focus on managing their vitality. Your day isn't just a series of tasks. It's an energy flow where some activities recharge you while others drain you. Willpower isn't the solution, it's the problem. Like a muscle, it fatigues with use. The smartest performers don't grind through resistance. They redesign their lives to avoid it entirely. That's why high achievers automate trivial decisions and conserve mental bandwidth for what truly matters. Here's the unconventional truth. Strategic incompetence is an energy superpower. Being deliberately mediocre at unimportant tasks means people stop expecting you to do them. Suddenly, your best energy stays protected for your best work. And never forget, recovery isn't lost time, it's performance enhancing. That walk, nap, or moment of stillness isn't taking you away from productivity. It's the multiplier making all your hours more valuable. Energy management isn't about doing more, it's about making what you do count more. Your life isn't something that simply happens to you. It's a masterpiece waiting to be intentionally crafted. Imagine your existence as an investment portfolio where experiences, relationships, skills, and dreams are your most valuable assets. Most people make the mistake of overplanning and undertesting, waiting for perfect clarity before taking action. But here's the truth: you can't plan your way to an extraordinary life. You have to experiment your way there. The biggest breakthroughs often come from small, consistent adjustments. Want to transform your life? Start with just 5 minutes of change today. That tiny win creates momentum, proving to yourself that growth is possible. Society measures success in money, status, and possessions. But what if you designed your own metrics? What if your personal wealth meant more time with loved ones, continuous learning, or making a difference? Regular life reviews are your secret weapon. A monthly check-in helps you course correct while problems are still manageable, preventing year-end regrets. Time isn't something you find, it's something you create. This isn't about squeezing more hours from the day, but about expanding the meaning in every hour you have. Everything we've explored, how you perceive time, invest in relationships, manage energy, and design your life, isn't just advice. It's a blueprint for making your time matter. Every minute you spend intentionally is a minute lived twice, once in the moment, and again in the memory of a life well lived. The clock's ticking, but for the first time, you're the one holding it.